What's good, man? Hey, man. I just want to let you know, man. By the time you understand this video, man, you'll be of an age of some major understanding, man. And it was meant, God placed it on my heart to speak to you at the time of your need. At this very moment, you get this video. Yo, son. Hey, I just want to let you know that you going to go up against a lot in life. It ain't gonna be necessarily. You're gonna go up against a lot in life. It's not gonna necessarily be as far as like homelessness, as far as like growing up in your childhood or whatever. You know what I mean? Feel me straight, but it's gonna be a spiritual battle, man, where the devil's gonna try to attack you in many ways. He gonna try to put things in front of you and dangle like it's fun, like the smoking, the drinking, the weed, messing with the chicks, hanging with homeboys that really ain't about the right. And you gonna know, trust me. Go with your gut feeling, son. I don't know if I'm gonna get to have a talk with you about certain things face to face and get to break down and tell you stories of my life and where I fell short and came up, went down that wrong path. But I grew up with a mother, a father, a grandmother who taught me God's way. And of course, as a young man, I went against it totally. To the degree of I smoked weed, I drank, I messed with females. I wanted to be a class clown and all that. You know, did my fair share talking, disrespecting adults. But it was always something in me though, son, that that would kind of like jiggle me, and kind of like make me, you know, kind of feel bad about certain things. I would at least hear certain people, even though I was necessarily not going to do what I wanted to do, because that was the flesh that you going to deal with yourself and what's in your bloodline. But I had many other opportunities to do great things, man. I just didn't walk in them. I walked away from them. I walked in the BS, the stuff that I wanted to do that I thought was cool. And I'm just here to tell you, son, don't do it. You know what I mean? It's cool for a minute, but trust me, every decision you make has a consequence. Remember that always, son. Every decision that you make has a consequence. Your life is going to be a multitude of your choices, good or bad. That's how your life is going. If you make a lot of bad choices and stuff that's going against the grain with me and your mother and try to instill in you, first and foremost, what God has put in that Bible, son, I'm telling you right now, son, that Bible is what's gonna keep you. That's the only thing that's gonna keep you and sustain you. You gotta learn how to read and study that thing for yourself. Don't take nobody's word for it. Go straight to it. By the time you able to read the Bible, man, the Bible might even be if they took stuff out. They taking it out right now. They trying to tweak Bible. So God is a holy God. Don't let nobody tell you can live any type of way because you can't. His instruction, what he says goes. He's the one and true only God, man. And he's got the best interest for you. He loves you, son. Turn to him. Ask him for guidance. Think, what has God told me about this situation? No sex before marriage. No, you don't need drugs, son. You don't need alcohol. Even eat right, you know what I mean? But your daddy's a living example of a fool who, who wallowed around in filth, messing with loose women, smoking, drinking, all for pleasure. And guess what, son? Now the body has to pay for it. And I'm 38 years old. I got gout. Ain't no telling what it is. High blood pressure. It's a lot going on. I'm just here to tell you, son, trust me from your father who had to hear from my father. We walk down the same path, son. You gonna walk down the same path that I walked through. You gonna have your own personality, but it's gonna be me. And a little bit, it's gonna be your mama too. I'm here to tell you the mistakes I made. I know you gonna bump your head and you gonna go down that road, but I'm gonna tell you, my father not necessarily really got to tell me, because we don't really have sit downs really like that and talk. You can do it, but you only can do it with Christ. Be a leader, son. That's what you are. You're a miracle child. Amen.